Hi Twin Flames, welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha Mai. This is a Twin Flame reading. It's for Divine Masculine and Feminine. And I'm only bringing this reading, it's not really a reading, it's a message from Source actually to the twins. I've been asked to do so I didn't shuffle. I just used the cards that I was told from two different decks that I like to use to bring us the message from Source. Now, I don't know if everybody is aware of this very special and very rare occurrence that is happening today on the 18th of February 2020. It's a lunar occultation. What that means is that our moon and Mars and Earth comes into alignment, and that the moon moves in front of our beautiful red planet Mars for a time, which causes that planet to kind of disappear out of our vision. But most of all, what it is about those alignment of those three planets, which opens up an energy for us as twin flames, which we can use very powerfully within our benefit, obviously, in coming into union with our divine counterpart. That specific alignment of the lunar occultation is about releasing the old frequencies that we've been attached to, that's been keeping us in separation as twins, and actually bringing them into alignment, or coming into alignment towards the actual union, physical union with our twin flame. That energies of the lunar occultation actually brings us in alignment within ourselves, our divine masculine, our divine feminine, and our divine, meaning our mental, emotional, and spiritual selves are in alignment. So that's a very powerful energy for us to use to come into alignment with our divine counterpart. And the message that Source wanted me to bring today, and that you as twins, or all of us as twins, can use today, is to release the distorted divine masculine and the distorted divine feminine. And that distortion of the feminine and the masculine is what has been keeping us in separation. And the cards that I was asked to use for that distortion of the divine masculine and feminine was the devil cards. And this is exactly what it is. This is a tarot of the New Vision, the devil, and the devil from the Bonfire Tarot that I'm using. Now, to me personally, these has always been the twin flame cards, but the twin flames in separation that are still dealing with obstacles and things that are enslaving them, that keeps them apart, that keeps them from stepping into that full union of the lovers. And with these cards, Source are using to show the distortion of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Now, just taking a closer look into, I'm just going to use one of these cards. I like the Bonfire one very much. Just to go into the distortion of the divine masculine and the divine feminine that has been keeping us apart. The divine masculine, obviously, while going through awakening process, carries the distortion of feeling unworthy of love, the player energies, the addictions, the cheating, lying, deceptive behavior, pushing love away, fear of opening up, fear of communication, unable to communicate emotions effectively, and pushing love away because of feeling so unworthy of his divine feminine's love. And yes, during this time of awakening of divine masculine, this is obviously the characteristics that he displays even towards his divine feminine, even though he loves it very, very much. And yes, so that is the distorted divine masculine. All right, and the distorted divine feminine is the chaser. The one that is overgiving of love, the one that feels abandoned, rejected, the one that is the spiritual one, obviously, but constantly go through a healing process, trying to evolve and expand consciousness, learning about the journey, and trying to love her divine masculine into his awakening. And the distorted divine feminine, as I said, are overgiving, and she's overloving, and she is accepting behavior from a divine masculine which she doesn't deserve. And she's getting hurt, going through a lot of pain on this journey. But for the big part, divine feminine's distortion is that fear of rejection, that fear of abandonment, being very isolated and alone on this journey, no one to talk to. Yes, basically that. And she's not in a full power, and self-love for both the divine masculine and divine feminine. Self-love is a big thing. Divine masculine doesn't love himself enough to open up to love. Divine feminine doesn't love herself enough to not accept being treated badly. And yes, so that is our distorted divine masculine and our distorted divine feminine that souls are showing through the devil energies. And those distortion of those energies is what's keeping the twins in separation and apart from each other. Now, the awakened and fully aligned divine masculine and divine feminine that can actually come into a beautiful physical union with each other is the Emperor. Is obviously the divine masculine is the Emperor, who has embodied all the other kings and stepped into his full power after releasing all those toxicity and distortion. And our divine feminine is obviously the Empress. The Empress, when she steps into her full power, has gone through full awakening on a journey, and she's embodied all the other queens. Okay, so this is the perfect woman and the perfect man. That's how we see it. And those two, the Emperor and the Empress, are the ones that are coming into physical union and become the lovers. Those two innocent people over there in paradise, being divinely guided and protected, they're pure, they're innocent. And yes, and obviously with the rings over there, they are fully committed to one another. So yes, this is where we all want to go to, is towards the lovers. This perfect love, this very passionate spiritual connection and union. But we've been aligned for the longest time with the devil energies that are keeping us in separation from one another. And the only reason is because of the embodiment of the distorted divine masculine and the distorted divine feminine within ourselves. Now, this lunar occultation is offering us the opportunity to release the distorted divine masculine and release the distorted divine feminine, so that we can actually align to the lover's energy and move away from the devil energies, that enslavement of the twins that is keeping them separate. How? Okay, well, for the most part, and not for everybody, the divine feminine is the one that does the healing and alignment, and but it doesn't matter whether you're the divine masculine or divine feminine watching these energies. The twins are one. They are one soul, and as you heal something within yourself, that automatically heals that for your counterpart. So whoever is watching and are actually going to make use of this opportunity to bring things in alignment. As I said, these energies are very strong and are giving us the opportunity to do that. is what you need to do is not try and heal your counterpart. Okay, your counterpart is not the one that is guilty of anything. All right. I know for most divine feminines, they like to, and this might trigger you, divine feminine, feminines I usually just put the blame on the divine masculine of the distortion and keeping them in separation, blaming him, and I'm saying him, but it could be the female as well. I'm just referring to the energies. Blaming him for whatever is going wrong, his characteristics, what he's been doing and causing, and blah, blah, blah. But we as twins, as one soul, carry both within ourselves. We carry the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies within ourselves. So today is not about trying to heal your counterpart, who you might feel is to blame for all of this and all the pain you might be going through and the separation. This is about healing the divine masculine, the distorted divine masculine within yourself, and the distorted divine feminine within yourself. And by doing so, obviously the same will occur for your counterpart. So the message that I'm receiving from Source basically is that we've been given the opportunity to release and heal the distorted divine masculine and the distorted divine feminine within ourselves today through these energies. These energies are given to us as an opportunity to do that, so that we can align ourselves to our true journey and come into union with our divine counterpart and release this enslavement. So whatever tools or methods you may be using for healing and releasing on your journey, Source is asking that you do that and use that to release the distorted divine masculine within yourself and release the distorted divine feminine within yourself, and bring yourself in alignment to the new frequencies where you can actually come into union with your divine counterpart and enjoy the bliss of this beautiful, beautiful connection. So yes, basically you have to embody all the kings to become the emperor, and basically you have to embody all the qualities of the empress within yourself to come into union with your divine counterpart. If you're not sure about how to release the distortion, or how to release or heal anything within yourself, I suggest you go and do a little bit of research. It's different for all of us. I've got my own methods that I'm using. You will know what kinds of methods works very well for you in helping you release some things. I did mention in the beginning of the video what the distortion is within the divine masculine, and I mentioned what the distortion is within the divine feminine. So you might want to go back to that, listen to that, and focus on those things. Focus on releasing those things within yourself to come into alignment. It's about coming into alignment with the lover's energy and moving away from the alignment of the devil energies. We are also moving into Mercury retrograde, which is going to affect us all differently, or depending on where you are on your journey, it might affect different twins in different ways. But this is also not necessarily going to pull you backwards. Okay. There's always a possibility for forward movement, and how we use the energies that are given to us will determine how you experience this Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde can obviously bring up a lot of past, and you can go through a cycle of repeating the devil energies with this retrograde. You can either repeat it, or if you use this special energies of the occultation, the lunar occultation, where everything is in alignment and are giving us the opportunity to move away from that and align to the lover's energy, your retrograde are going to bring a lot of big surprises for you, opposed to pulling you back into yet another cycle of the devil energies. So that is basically that from me and from Source. Thank you very much, twins. Thank you for joining my channel and helping me grow it. I've been a teacher on this journey for years. My YouTube is new though. But yes, thank you very much. And I will see you in the next videos. And namaste.